Welcome back in to Kia of Anniston, Oxford for another edition of the Coach Rico White Show. Coach, last time we spoke, you knew you was going to have a top 5 matchup with Hanley, and you're hosting it at your place. And man, you guys come out and, in your words, have one of the most dominant performances you've had in the last 4 years at Anniston High School. You actually beat those guys 32-7. Take us back to last Friday night in your words and how it all transpired.
Well, first we got to give God the glory. I can't say enough about overall the 12th man, our fan base. It was an electric setting, great fans, and everyone came out to see this matchup. And we knew we was have our hands full with Hanley. That's a big game, and I just said, guys, we got to lock in. And I wanted to know what's your why? Why you play the game? And all of them gave me different scenarios and different answers. So they just locked in and they played an outstanding game.
Coach, when you looked at their eyes in the locker room before the game, did they have a different look and different vibe to them?
Well, all week long. We keep talking about what we did this summer, but I look at it what we've done the last 3-4 years to get to this point. And that was part of building the program. You want to be at that stage after 3 or 4 years, and I can tell they was ready all week. I mean, the energy was there. Positive vibe, everybody giving everybody that energy and that edge we needed.
Now, let's rewind the clock when you first took over at Anniston. And I know everybody has goals and timelines. When you took over and you looked at the guys and the state of the program when you walked in on day one to what you seen last Friday night, that has to be satisfying for you personally to know that the city's on board, the guys have bought in, and they're performing at a level like they are.
Yes, I tell you what, I tell you from day one, ground zero, all the way to this point, we have formed into what I consider a good program, someone to be reckoned with. You can't overlook Anniston. Our name will speak for us. So having class and discipline, doing things the right way is really paying off. And I can't be more proud of the program, the community, administration, everyone. I mean, I'm just happy for Anniston. But that's what it's all about, and I can't say enough.
Coach, I want to dive into the game, break down a couple of things. The first thing I want to break down, let's start with the defensive side of the ball. To hold someone like Hanley to 7 points, they wanted to get into a grinded-out game with you and kind of slow it down a little bit because they knew what you guys had offensively. But for you to get out there and hold them to 7 points overall, how special is that?
It's very special. Coach Strang and his program, it speaks for itself. But that type of program and that type of team when you're playing Hanley, you can't fool them, you can't trick them. You got to play their type of football. That's hard-nosed, grit football, and that was our goal. We came in, and I wanted our O-line and defensive line to dominate up front, and I knew it would be fine from that point on. And I tell you what, our kids, they did the job on both sides of the ball.
That's awesome. Let's flip that thing over, and again, at one point I believe it was 13-7, and then you guys kind of took control and didn't let them score anything else. But Malachi Taylor had a great game with 92 yards and 3 touchdowns. Talk about his performance the other night.
Malachi Taylor, he's a true leader. He's small in stature, but the heart, his heart is bigger than the whole stadium. And leadership, the vocal part, and just playing hard and giving it everything he got. He made some plays the other night that I was surprised. He made a catch that was amazing. So that kid, we can have about 11 more guys play with his intensity, his passion, and his heart, we'll be fine.
Dude, a lot of guys see guys like that kind of feed off of it, and that's kind of what you guys have been doing all year. It seems like each week is somebody new, whether it be Cam or Cunningham or Taylor. It seems like each week somebody new emerges to take over. Talk about that, how you guys are versatile offensively. They can't just key in on one guy.
Well, we have multiple guys that can make explosive plays at any time. And I like those explosive plays, but I definitely love when our offensive line dominating up front so we can control the game how we want to control it. Setting the stage, setting the tempo how we want to control the game. And that's what you build for, that's what you work for. And our seniors show great leadership. It just worked out for us.
And Coach, it's a broken record, but you're absolutely right. We talk about these guys every week. That offensive line, to me, they kind of set the tone for your football team because they're the tip of the spear, so to speak. And, man, when you go back and watch film or you watch them live, man, to see the push and sometimes just flat-out domination of different teams, man, it's unbelievable.
Yes, I tell you what, one thing about a film can show guys speed and different stuff, but that strength and power, you don't see that too much.
That's
You
right.
look like those guys moving slow, but you fighting against other 300 pounds.
That's right.
Pounders. So, but they was dominant Friday night, and when you talking about surprises, defensive wise, you talking about Grayshawn Swain on the defensive line. Oh, he was amazing. So, like I
Say of the week.
Yes. He was surprising on the way he set this game up. But overall, I'm just proud of the team.
No doubt. Now, Coach, this is a very important week right here because now that you've got the big win over Piedmont, the big win over Hanley, well, now you roll into an off week, which is that may be a good thing, may be a bad thing. A lot of people look at it, let's keep this momentum rolling. But I know you as a head coach, the one thing you definitely want to do is get everybody healthy and get their legs some rest, so to speak, because they've been through a grind. I mean, you guys have played some real dudes. Talk about the importance of this off week hitting them this week.
Well, it give us a chance to heal from the bumps and bruises, but it also give us a chance to correct the mistakes that we did make. We didn't play perfect games early. It was some games that we gave us some plays that was mental error. So we'll take this off week to really improve on that and even get stronger. We're going to really work hard in this weight room. We're going to really work hard on the small things to become even a better program. We want perfection, so hey, let's work at it.
What's some of the first things you're going to dive into in this off week? Some of the things that's kind of been getting under your skin, so to speak, this season that you look at and you're like, when I get some time, we're going to fix that. What are some of those things?
Well, it's the mental errors. Making mental busts. And we had several plays on offense that we had guys wide open that just didn't make plays. We got to connect those because down the road, you don't know when you're going to need that. We can't have those kind of busts. So just the mental edge. That's what I'm looking for, and iron sharpen iron. So let's sharp each other. Let's work out and improve our craft.
Coach, assess the team overall. We're essentially coming up on the 2/3 of the season mark, which is unbelievable that it is what it is. But once it starts clicking, it just goes. So we're right at the 2/3 of the year regular season mark. Hopefully, we're not at 2/3 of your entire season,
Yeah.
which the way of looking, definitely not. But just assess the overall team at this point in the season.
Well, we are exactly where we wanted to be as far as definitely the record. 7-0 and undefeated in the region. I think we surprised a lot of people, and even some of our team players may be surprised, but that was the goal. And standard is one game at a time. And I'm very pleased where we are, not only as far as the team, but the coaching staff, their IQ. Everybody's improving. So when you keep improving, the program can improve.
There ain't no doubt about it. You guys sitting top of that region, I believe it's 4-0 now in the region, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, that's huge. How awesome is that to jump out to a 4-0 region and then having an off win and let everybody else battle out and bang each other up?
I tell you what, to be 4-0 in this region,
Yeah.
it speaks volume of the work we put in and the dedication my kids have had. I'm so proud of them, and we're going to continue to work, and we can't take our foot off the gas now. That's people be scared of the off week because you don't want to lose momentum. But we're going to push them just as hard as we do for the regular week. So we're going to work and keep working.
That's good. Coach, any final thoughts you'd like to give before we shut it down?
So many people I can thank, man. I definitely want to thank the 12th man, our fans, the administration. Now we have some great fans, and they have really been there supporting us this year, and that's what it's all about. We want to continue doing that. And Mr. Hopkins, he brought his friend in town, and he spoke to the team. So everyone's pulling for us, man. I can't thank Kia. I can't thank everyone enough for what they're doing for this program. And hey, go Bulldogs.
Hey, I love it because now on Friday nights, you rewind the clock, it wasn't always this way, but now on Friday nights, I go to one of your games and there's TV, there's radio, there's newspaper. And I remember days when there wasn't nobody over there, and I was like, hey, man, this is awesome. This
Absolutely. I tell you what, that's I'm impressed with that.
Yep.
Every game we had this year pretty much been on TV or radio or something. So we getting the program where we want it to be. We want to be a top program, and that's part of it.
I remember growing up, Anniston was always tough, and you just knew you played Anniston, you was in for it. You was going to be in a war. I went to Etowah myself, but I just always had a lot of respect from those guys from a distance. And And now, I mean, we're right back there, if not more now, at this present time,
Yeah.
with the guys you've turned out recently and the playoff runs you made to the semis a couple of years ago, and then now you're poised to do it again.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about turning it into a winning program. We're sending guys to college, at some major colleges,
Yeah.
you know, and a fan base excited and pushing, and they supporting us 100%. So the standard is there. You know, we want to keep it there and just keep rising as far as we can go.
Coach, Dogs on 3.
Dogs on 3. All right.
All right, we'll be back next week with another edition of the Rico White Show.